excited.
I'm your cousin.
When he said, I'm your cousin, I was like, Bud, you're Bud. Are you Bud?
I am, yes.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you, Bud.
You could tell it was very emotional for the two of them because they did know each other a long time ago. It's obvious that that connection was still there.
I could tell Bud was pretty happy.
I'm Bud Blair.
And I'm Anna Blair.
I'm 36, I work in manufacturing, and I'm Rebecca's first cousin.
He was happy to have us home.
After we met Bud and Anna and their daughter Naomi, they invited us in the house, and we kind of looked at a few pictures, and Anna had food that she got prepared for us, and Rebecca and Bud got a chance to talk.
I never thought we'd be doing this, I'll tell you what.
We were always hopeful, always hopeful. I do have short memories of you.
Oh, you
from
do?
When I was a kid. And I just remember the whole thing growing up and just how hard it was to lose you.
So you remember it? It's a little overwhelming in the good sense that we have family and they want us and they've loved us and they've always wanted us. Your mom showed us a picture of us playing on a playground. It was like the last time we saw you. And the playground equipment and all the kids, I suddenly remembered that. I remembered that photograph being taken, but that's the only moment that I remember of it because the memories were just, I don't know, buried or lost. When I was 2 years old, my mother, Karen Richards, fell down a flight of stairs and hit her head. She went into a coma, and a few days later, she passed away. My father, Charlie, a few years later, remarried a woman named Susan Neer. One night, she didn't come home from work. The police showed up at the house and arrested my father for Susan Neer's murder. My sister Ashley and I were adopted by my father's sister. We went on to grow up into lives not knowing anything about our biological mother, Karen's family. I have had two mothers in my life that I don't know much about. My father, Charlie, I don't know much about his family either because when he was arrested and we were adopted, we spent about 2 years bouncing between, I believe, different relatives' homes, but I couldn't tell you who or where. I was so young and the trauma made a lot of my memory very foggy.
I remember my mother fighting for custody for you and your sister, and ultimately ended up losing that custody battle. And it was a really hard time for our family. So great to meet you again.
It is. For me, the only thing I wanted to know was that we were loved and we were wanted.
Over all the years, she has never been far from anybody's thoughts. I just can't express enough how much this means to me as well as the rest of my family.
In the end, we finally found each other. And I've learned so much about my mom. She's no longer just the woman who gave birth to me. She's not just this beautiful face in a photo. She's actually somebody who has her own history and her own stories. And we're getting to find that out.